ask Uma on the field. Doesn't matter where he is, when he is, if he's running at you, you're in trouble.
And this bull side, Monus van der Belt is their coach. They've got some creative players as well. Look out for Jaden Bantam and Young.
Listen, they'll hunt very good for level at the break. And Bulls later today, Robertson the Rhinos shaking hands. So a long way to go for them.
They love their biltong and Boerewors, that side of the world.
And they certainly love their rugby.
We're almost ready to go. The Serengeti Elephants in orange on the right of your screen, coached by the legend Frankie Horn and Dave Clancy. And the Blue Bulls, their familiar strip on the left. Emwe Arlo and Morne Human help Monus van der Belt. It's Adrian Carlse, fresh from his North American stint in Major League Rugby. He's played with 4 different franchises there. He's loving being back. He's from the Strand. He's back home. Family and friends watching him here in the Rugby 10s Championship. Who will make the semi-finals? Bulls. First catch for them. They're such strong players as they get set. Yep. Looking for a little step. That's Kevin Osborne getting actively involved early on. Bulls, bit of space. Bunnies tries to get on the outside. The one little flick is there. Beautiful ball. Bantam flies onto this one. He's been electric with ball in hand. Colton Bunnies yet again. And those two working nicely with Jaden Bantam. The Blue Bulls set their forwards into the races now. Matsalisa is there as the Elephants defend and concede the first penalty. Quick tap for the Bulls, just keeping the pressure as they go around. See McGillen Obuka. Ball is loose. And penalty goes the other way, and the Elephants capitalize here diving. Oh, that one was Hannes Nillen.
Some fantastic energy the first couple of minutes. Oh, looks like the Bulls have been marched another 10 meters. Not very happy with that call. But I'm learning this, just trying to look at the tactics early on. It looks like the Bulls are throwing a couple more people into the breakdown, but the Elephants are getting very aggressive at the breakdown too. So both teams focusing quite heavily on ball retention and ball stealing in the very early parts of this game.
This kick is not out. We saw it in the early game as well. A couple of mistakes off the boot. It leads to Bantamere again. Nice little step around the fringe. The flag goes up, though. He didn't have a lot of room to work with, to Jaden Bantam.
Give me numbers, please, boys. Sort this out.
Elephant lineouts, Kyle Tyson to feed here. It's a super Saturday. Brilliant conditions here in the Strand. Local crowd have come out to support as they did on match days 1 and 2. Rhodes Featherstone with a lovely take. Carlse looking for a short ball as they tack up the front. Nice run from the Elephants. They're aside. They've won just one game against Western Province, and they get charged down. The Bulls kick through. Beautiful work here from Martin. Austin picks it up as well. Austin throws it on the inside. The Bulls are bolted. Gabriel Smith with the opening score, and the fans love it.
Yeah, this young Bulls side just stepping up and taking their chances. Nice little charge down there. Possibly an unnecessary kick so early on in the game. Unless it's a tactical decision, probably, you know, if we're understanding Frankie Horn, there's a longer game to it, wants to relieve the pressure from the rush defense, put the ball in behind. This one hasn't worked out well for them.
As I said, Afrikaans, hier kom die bulle. They're on the board. They lead 7-0 here.
Of die blauw bil eet die van die vloer af. No, sorry. The direct translation of that one is the Blue Bulls don't eat off the floor. Doesn't quite translate as well. You can actually sing it in Afrikaans.
Well, I need to hear that later. Carl Brown, coaches there. Monus van der Belt look on. They have a 7-0 lead here against the Serengeti Elephants. And the Bulls, their lone win coming against Western Province. They beat him 36-22 on day 2. But it's some width for the Elephants to attack with. They've got some big bodies on this outside here as they range up with Max Lamardelay, the Six Nations under-20 player with France. Again, to the contact they work. Low ball there. Thomas Bouillard gets it away, and Charlie Abel there in midfield. They stretch it along the chain, looking for Tyson. He gets hit hard. The Elephants still just outside their 22. Abel yet again in scrum off. Nice ball to Carlse. They're trying to unlock a 2-on-1 on this near side. Nice dummy as the Elephants find a bit more room to work with. Here they come with Colin Shikoli. Shikoli steps up his left, beats one. Iron Man doing superbly, holds it up. Delayed pass, perfection. Marcel Miller will touch down, and they've gone all the way from their try line, and the Elephants have responded.
Jeepers, Dan, I must say, the Elephants showed some incredible structures in attack there. I mean, it's difficult when you're not zoomed up, but from our view here, you could see they had a wonderful form. They had a couple of runners up front, some balls in behind. It's just good to watch, and it's nice to see them playing so comfortably with the ball in hand.
Yeah, they unlocked the space on that near side. It was a lovely dummy to pull it up, and Marcel Miller, Currie Cup debut against the Cheetahs earlier this year, as Cardelser just skims the upright. 7-5, and the Elephants are on the board.
On top of that, some good patience too. You know, setting up a couple of phases, not forcing the ball, not forcing the offloads, taking it up when they need to, and the space did come.
Colin Shikoli, what a delight to watch. Just timed it, like he's done for Kenya on the 7th World Series, and the Serengeti men are on the board, and they get the restart as well. But it has been knocked on. Offside is the call, so Bulls will get a penalty.
Offside. Knock on offside.
It's a tough one, but okay.
Bulls will put this one downfield. Need to find the touchline. Big kick, and that works out nicely.
Has he found a touchline? Way down there. I think a little breeze from behind helped that one. Love to grab him after the game and check if that was intentional.
He'll tell us it was. The Bulls, founded 85 years ago. Loftus Versfeld, their home ground, 50,000 at that stadium. Now they find themselves here in the Western Cape. They're up 7-5. Good ball to the top of the line-out. Matsalisa does well. The contact was coming. It was coming from Kevin Osborne. He gets him on the front foot. Bunnies now flies into this. He's tackled well. Rhodes Featherstone tries to get over and pinch it, and does well, does Featherstone. New Zealand 7, sensation.
I'll tell you what, Alan, I'm a big fan of his skills, an even bigger fan of his name, and the biggest fan of his hair.
So I'm just hearing a fan all around, which is sensational. I told him I was at Rhodes Memorial the other day, and he said, I've got to check it out, you know, because obviously he's named after Jonty Rhodes, the cricketer, but he just sees Rhodes signs everywhere.
Is he really named after Jonty Rhodes?
Straight fact, not even making up.
That is awesome.
Rhodes Featherstone comes to the line out, and he brings his surfing hairstyle with him. Oh, look at him, he goes for the top as well. He can do it all. As the Elephants bounce this one down, almost a pinch from the Bulls. They kick it ahead. And Janus Venter cleans things up for the Serengeti side, coached by Frankie Horn. Cardelser this time under pressure, so he does put it to the boot. But he finds one of their playmakers, Jaden Bantam. Bantam steps off his right, eludes one. No look flick pass. Doesn't go to hand. He's a threat though.
Lovely feet. He sums up the situation very well. Takes on a player one-on-one, beats him and creates that space. Thought possibly the Bulls' support runner might have stayed on the outside there. But I did feel once the Elephants had that ball at the back, if they just had looked up, the Bulls' defense was in absolute tatters. I didn't think they needed to kick that one away. They could have sent that ball wide, gone back into those structures that they clearly have been working on for quite some time, and played through the phases.
This is quarterfinal number 1. We're in the first half. The other semi-finalists are the Honey Badgers and the Rhinos. The Wild Dogs await the winner of this game. That match will take place at 3 o'clock today local time here at the Charles Morkel Stadium. It's finals day. Men's, women, boys and girls. 4 different divisions and mixed play as well, Carl. We said that as a first we've ever seen. Very exciting to see these franchises supporting each other, and I think it's been a huge success so far.
Yeah, I love to see it just bringing the entire franchise together. Boys, girls, men's, women, everybody relying on each other to do very, very well. I mean, please, I need you to work in the first 10 minutes so that my life is a little bit easier.
It's fun to commentate that as well. We've seen nothing like it so far, but they're so creative here at the Rugby 10s Championship. So is the Elephants, creating some magic. Cardelser puts the grubber kick through. It's scooped up, perhaps needed to keep that in hand. Bulls dive on this one, and it was Nobuka that cleaned things up for the Bulls.
I feel like Frankie Horn might be pulling out the little bit of hair that he has left there. Keep the ball in hand. They've just run 50 meters and then done some kind of a silly grubber away.
They've taken it quickly, though. There's Tyson. He needs support. He's flung to the gate. Millen is there. Still going. Tyson beats a couple. Brilliant bit of skill from this youngster. He floats it over the top. The Bulls pinch it. And they come in through Enrique de Sous Neves. But you're right about keeping the ball in hand, because the Elephants had space, had time, had numbers. And now the Bulls, their turn to run with ball in hand. Lalitha Masita is their schools player last year. has it for the Bulls.
From our point of view, Bulls are looking a little bit heavy in the legs, and you can see that by putting that kick downfield, the boys are all over the place. And now they've made a mistake. Elephants really need to capitalize this. They're going into halftime. To put another 7 points on the board would be fantastic for them.
There's your man Frankie Horn on the right of the screen. He's got his notebook out. He doesn't look very happy, shaking his head. Although he doesn't smile a lot.
No, that's his standard look. That's his standard look. He's pretty satisfied right now.
You know him so well, Carl Brown. Your old teammate, Frankie Horn. Frank the Tank. Here comes the Bulls, though. Beautiful pinch as they go down the line again. The Bulls stretching the legs. Great support. It was a wonderful breakout in the end. And now they go again. Matsalitsa does really well. It was Nokutenda Mapungwana that had the breakout for the Bulls, but the Elephants come back and get a penalty.
That's holding on. He was on the ball.
A lot of space on the short side here. Does look like everybody's a little bit gassed going into this halftime.
Adrian Caruso will pop this one up for the halftime break. It's a slender 2-point lead, and the Blue Bulls, against the runner play, have charged down for their 7 points. They lead the Serengeti Elephants here in the men's quarterfinal number 2, and they lead this game by 7 points to 5.
Elephants 5, Blue Bulls 7.
Things have been absolutely crazy. Bulls were leading, Elephants came back, so you can just imagine that both of these chats are going to be very tense. I think the Blue Bulls know that it's something that they could potentially bring home. We said playoff rugby is one of those extra days, so let's go hear what they have to say.
So there's only one thing I demand of you. Please, listen to me. Work ethic. What did I tell you? The team that works the hardest without the ball will win this game. So please, your first instinct, secure our ball, man. Let's go, boys. All right? Hey, 10 minutes. I'm asking you 10 minutes of your life. 10 more minutes. Effort. Let's go.
If that's not the most perfect halftime chat you've ever heard, I don't know what would be. Work ethic. As all rugby is, it's work ethic. Make sure you get your ball, you secure your ball, you make something with it. Up to you for comments for that second half.
Thank you very much. Bye, Donkey. That's right. Those Bulls players, of course, you could see there were some tired bodies at the end there. It's easy for the coach to say work ethic, but you're absolutely gassed out there. These are long games.
They've done incredibly well in this first half. I think they've shown good energy, and they're hitting. They're hitting really hard. When they're running with the ball, they're running. And I just love to see the energy that they're playing with. So much so that they put a proper dampener on these Elephants. We were talking about it. We probably would have erred towards playing that penalty instead of kicking it out and ending that second half. But obviously not taking much confidence into the halftime break.
Yeah, fascinating opening 10 minutes. 7 points to 5. The Wild Dogs undefeated. Wild Dogs are waiting in the semi-finals. Later at 3 p.m. They'll face the winner of this game. It will go down to the wire. Bulls on the right. Elephants to receive.
I think the Wild Dogs will be licking their lips seeing these two grind each other down.
It is the Rugby 10s Championship for the year 2023. We're in the Western Cape. And Royale Jones collects this one for the Serengeti Elephants, looking to spark some magic off the bench. He flies into the contact point as Tomapuya is with him there. Bulls with the first chance to attack.
So tactically, the Elephants need to play sharper in the first couple of minutes. The Bulls are going to come out firing at halftime. They're going to fade off to the back end of the second half. Look after your ball, make them pay for it, and then they'll burn out in the end of the second half. And now you've given them all the energy that they need.
That's a nice kick as well. You're right, that's Bulls side. They've got their tails up. Their last game they won was against Western Province, 36 points to 22. They dropped the first 3, but they're gaining confidence in this 10s format.
Boys, I need a receiver, please.
All that matters, you've got to build throughout the tournament. This one counts. They win this, they go through to the semi.
It's knockout rugby. Enrique de Soos-Neves, the Carlton Cup winner this year.
Nope, it's fine. Happy play.
Rhodes Featherstone providing nuisance up front for the Elephants. Short ball, no contest. Bantam. Big flying frame of Kevin Osborne to the line. Bantam again, looking for runners on the right-hand side. Carlson flies up. Good tackle on Mapungwana. But the Bulls still recycle. They're in a dangerous part of the field here. Simo Gilenobuka, man from KwaZulu-Natal, to the right again. Bumping and smashing close to the line. The big, powerful Bulls forwards inches away for their second try to extend their lead.
Hands off. Hands off.
Numbers on the right-hand side, but most players are keeping very close. It's old school from the Bulls. Picking and driving and then flicking over the top. There is space. Oh, and a dive in the corner. It is Bulls magic on that far side. And they dive in with the extra player and extend their lead.
Oh, you said it was old school from the Bulls. I was just saying it's Bulls from the Bulls.
Yep.
Very typical Bulls from the Bulls, and they've done that incredibly well, creating the space down that right-hand touchline by doing all of that hard work right down the middle. Beat them up, beat them up, beat them up, and they will draw in, and they got space down the touchline.
Stunning score, putting them up 12 points to 5. Jaden Bantam pushes us to the left. Good finish.
Tell you what, Dallin, I have some serious flashbacks of Anton Leonard when Kevin Osborne trucks up the middle. He's got the same frame, keeps pumping those legs, has a little lie down after he's done his carry.
You good?
It's much easier being in the commentary booth these days, Carl Brown.
No, it's hard up here.
Bulls looking to shock the Elephants. Rhodes Featherstone will have other ideas with Coralso. He puts the kick downfield to drive this Bulls team all the way back, and Jaden Bantam is the lone player, the sweeper. He has a big jump step, can't get through Featherstone, flings him to the ground. And the Serengeti Elephants pile in over this one, putting a lot of pressure here on the Bulls.
I like this, Dallin. This is looking really good. Some good energy, an intentional kick down that left touchline, and then some proper defense, good structures, and then getting aggressive at the breakdown. They made that turnover and made this one count.
They've marched all the way into the Bulls 22. And a scrum is called from Mr. Baywatch, Rhodes Featherstone. He did spend some time in Malibu because he was playing in North America, did Rhodes. He was playing with the Premier Rugby Sevens. So he was strutting his stuff with a little lifeguard tower.
I've got nothing.
I'll carry on then. Here we go. The crowd filling up here at the Charles Morkel Stadium. It is a rugby day in South Africa because every day is a rugby day here, of course. With the Rugby World Cup champions, back-to-back champions. They had a wonderful tour when they came back here with a World Cup trophy. Penalty again to the Serengeti Elephants. This time Royal Jones taps. Shikoli gets the bump.
Tackle now.
Big Colin Shikoli. The ball spits free. It's picked up. Michael Agabi is there. The Kenya 7s and 15s player. Carlsa waits at first receiver. Finally he gets possession now. Space to Boya. Tamabuya draws. And the Serengeti Elephants will touch in. It's Marcel Miller who scores yet again. And an inch closer back into this game.
Yeah, the Elephants just stepping up, showing a little bit of class there. You know, Dallin, get quite interested. They won that penalty out on the touchline. They called for the scrum. They had the scrum, they got a penalty, and they quick tapped. I'm confused. Did you want the scrum, or did you want the quick tap? They made it work for themselves, so it's yeah. I think now we've got a proper contest going into these last 5 minutes, and I think if the Elephants can hold on to this ball, play by their structures that they showed so well in that first half, the Bulls are going to start running flat, unless they've got a really good bench to bring on the Rumblers.
Well, that's the men behind the Serengeti Elephants. Frankie Horn on the right, Dave Clancy on the left. Two highly experienced veterans look on. 4 minutes to go. Carlson puts it up. They trail by 2 points. Oh, Rhodes Featherstone. He had that. It was a perfect timing like he has done on the Sevens World Series.
You know, sometimes you've got this lined up. You see the pod there, they go up, you think, wow, they're going to catch it. And then next thing, it's in your hands. you haven't even had time to close them yet. His timing was perfect and his run line was fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's great to see how Sevens, of course, is so similar to Tens. And again, to attack those restarts, so vital to get the ball back.
Hugely impactful. If you can score that try, win the ball back, you keep rinse and repeat over and over again, and the defenders never touch the ball. A la Fiji.
We've all seen games like that. Bulls lead 12-10. A prize on the line as the Wild Dogs await in the semi-finals again as the try scorer Hoek Heemstra. The flag does go up. So it was Carlson that stopped that momentum.
It's got a young Brian Banner look to him.
Well, he just needs to score 6 tries and then he will be Brian Banner.
No, hold.
Rel Jones, Dallas Harlequins player, playing the Premier Rugby Sevens for the Experts side. Again, another important throw because they're behind on the board. Rhinos won the earlier game. It's knocked back from Featherstone. Jones throws it away. It's picked up by the Bulls. Here they come. On the front foot. Mapungwana. He beats a couple. He's got great anteloping strides for the Bulls player. Little pick up to the right. They fly into the contact. Mothlodi's there. Bantam steps around the fringes. Good ball and pass to Brandon Cornea. The Bulls are really inspired right now as Bantam goes to the far side. Wilhelmstra leaves it behind. Looking to wind one up. Difficult pass there. In the end, they'll come back.
Bulls making the Elephants have to chase this game. Holding on the ball really well, wearing down that clock. 2 points lead is looking like an ocean at the moment.
Yeah, the clock ticks away as well. They're worried looking Frankie Horn as they go to the line. Gletcher gets very close for the Bulls. All momentum and pressure now with ball in hand. Mothlodi leaves it behind. The Elephants told to retreat 10 as the Bulls tap. And again, they're looking for a couple of nice little steps and weaving Sibongile Buka. He is very close to the try line. Bulls round the fringes. They're over. Is that the match winner? Kurtley Brinkhuis gets in. A vital score for his side.
Sure. Feel like Frankie Horn's laughter lines are going to be turning into his frustration frowns. 7-point margin right now. This is a pretty pivotal kick.
It's a massive kick to put it 2 scores out. Flags go up. Bulls 19 points to 10. 90 seconds to go. We are not done though.
Ties a little bow on it though. Now we just got to deliver the present.
Let's work now, please.
Big frame. Kurtley Brinkhuis. Blue Bulls 10s last year as well. The Military Rugby World Cup player out of Centurion. Has them up by 9 to shock the Serengeti Elephants with a highly experienced side. Cardelser gets tackled and the penalty to the Elephants. They must go now. It's a quick tap. Agevi looks for space to open up. A couple of nice little moves from Tyson. He takes someone himself. The Bulls have to be on their defensive game here as Cardelser winds it up. Here come again with Alban Marube. Good contact from the Kenyan international. Abel to the left. Cardelser floats one very flat as the Elephants need 2 scores to win this one. Oscar Uma cuts a couple loose. Oscar Uma. The crowd cheer him on for the Elephants. Tyson again, good quick ball. Rhodes Featherstone's all by himself on that far side. Oh, Bunnies has him. Big tackle on Mr. Baywatch. Again, a nice dummy thrown as the Elephants, they lose possession. That was their chance as the Bulls scoop this one up and will win this game. And Gletchi has it and they kick it downfield. Marube is chasing. All by himself. Marube, physical stuff as he goes to the ground. And Bulls will get the penalty and that will seal the game from the men from Pretoria. They have done enough to shock the Serengeti Elephants and will go into the semi-finals.
That is an amazing effort from this young Bulls team. They've really stepped up in the second half particularly. They looked like they were fading a bit in that first half, but wow, did they come out with some physical.
Final score, Blue Bulls 19, the Serengeti Elephants. Bulls into the semi-finals against the Wild Dogs.
The Blue Bulls absolutely delighted with that victory over the Serengeti Elephants. Just wonderful things from all of them there. A bit of a surprise too. So they take their place in the semi-finals and they will take on the Wild Dogs, who are undefeated so far in the competition, a little later on today. So we still have 2 matches left in this opening session of the day. It's the turn of the women in terms of the quarterfinals. Up first, the Wild Dogs, who just walked past us, actually having a little sing-song, taking on Western Province, and Rhinos taking on Boland. And it's a big moment for the Western Province and Boland, representing their respective provinces in South Africa, to try and make a statement here. So let's head up to commentary for this women's quarterfinal.
Thank you, Jenny. Well, We are here for our first look at the knockout stages of the women's competition as the Wild Dogs and Western Province women make their way out onto the fields. 16 tries scored by the Cape Town Wild Dogs over the course of their campaign so far. They've certainly been enjoying finding their way over the try line. The likes of Jasmine Rampton and Grace Kukutai there, the number 7 that we can see. They've been getting a few. Alicia Willemse as well. There is the Cape Town Wild Dogs team sheet. Also saw Shakira Mampoke, number 14, Kaliso is her official name. She's known to many as Shakira. Love that. Elsa Hughes as well, the Irish scrum half who is in that side. And there's the Western Province team. Sesetun Chazi, Anushka Grunewald, two of the key players in that lineup. They've got a couple of changes as well, which we will bring you as the course of the game goes on. Women's quarter-finals at the Rugby 10s Championship for 2023 get underway, and the restart almost immediately taken, but it is just the slightest of knock-ons from Shannon Toohey. Delighted to say we've got a Rugby World Cup winner in our midst up here in commentary. Good afternoon, Kat Merchant.
Afternoon.
Or morning even.
Morning, yes. I was like, I've skipped
wishing the day away.
Yeah.
Justin Benn, man who has been a regular part of the Rugby 10s Championship, is coach alongside Flash Malinga, who won the Blue Bulls League with the women this year with the Harlequins club. Elsa Hughes plays down the short side for Kukutai. Those rangy legs running hard, and she's going to open the scoring. Or is she? Oh, what drama. Superb defence by Western Province, and Kukutai